My name is Colleen Michaels. This is the Improbable Places Poetry Tour, and I'm so happy that you are here with me. We've got 15 fabulous poets tonight to tell part of the story of superheroes, supervillains, comics, nostalgia for reading comics, and what it means to challenge that hero role. The Poetry Tour, it started in 2010, right across the street at Central Cycle, a bike shop, where I walked in and said, "You've got bikes, I've got poems, can we have a night?" And since then we've been traveling around to do the same thing in different places. How do we tell the story of a place? There's a new element to the Poetry Tour tonight. We've invited 3 Montserrat artists here today who will be live sketching the poems. So when you are up here reading, their job is to, as fast as they can, sketch the poem.
When I was little, I watched cartoons on TV. I called them tricky things. I liked them. I liked them a lot. But I wanted to read comic books. Under a tree or in the big chair when it rained, I wanted a stack.
Jimmy found the ratty red towel in the old shed behind their house. Madeline pinned it to the shoulders of his t-shirt for the first time, and we thought him cute. Leaping around the yard, pretending to fly. He believed in the potential of that cape.
Chanting in the backyard of our Carolina Street house, I invoked a goddess, and I rose up above the land, dirt and leaves swirling on the ground, 2 whole feet below me.
I saw an ant, so small, a sugar ant, crawling across my table, and I knew it was lost, lifted from its life, its family, if ants have such things as families. And I knew because I did the lifting, not noticing all I was disturbing, just taking what I wanted. I always wanted to be Wonder Woman, to swoop in strong and fearless, able to hold everything I love in my hand, to hold back anything that would harm us.
I asked, why can't we pray to Wonder Woman since an invisible jet is just as astounding as a cloak of roses? Instead of an answer, I get detention. Sister lecturing me on age-appropriate theology while I swivel in the chair, wishing I had the courage to spin around and around until I was powerful too.
When the bookmobile lady drives down your street, consider her to be behind the controls of an invisible plane. Sharpen your sight and shout, "Shazam!" Don't fall for the glasses on the chain thing. It's an insider joke, mostly for show. She's got 20/20 heat-seeking vision, a third eye.
His home was in Bengalia, Africa. He lived in Skull Cave. He had no superpowers, but was the bravest of the brave, relied on strength, intelligence, and myth of immortality to fight for good and create a superhero personality.
They guide you to safety after an accident. They prepare you to leave the scene. They examine the injured. They carry twice their weight. You only hear their voice, a calming reassurance. They won't hang up.
Here I am, still fighting to save the world. I'm still putting on my red cape, facing off against fire-breathing dragons, stopping runaway trains, busting up asteroids, conquering space aliens, and yes, chasing away stray cats.
Sir Beastie, though small, you've the courage of an ape to crumb grab and drawer shite and shelf thieves your way. Hark, plunderous mouse, you shall never escape. You're fooled by his lounging, the lays in the drape of his striped brown body across the duvet. Come nighttime, my cat dons a superhero cape.
The truth is, I thought I could be your hero, Hope, wrapped in a gritty math of scaffolding. I thought if I carried you in a stack, there'd be no excess timber. I'd use all the tools in the box to hammer and bruise a forge of you in a clearing with a stream and a low fire. You drove the bodies to their final blocks and hammered them into a kind of dust.
The cross of red identified your kind, much heavier than crosses made of wood. You steered the single wheel for 2 long years.
What right does she have to my time, my body? What right does she have to know? Why do I even care? I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. But what did I do to deserve this? The interaction ended somehow, sometime, and I'm dazed as I walk down the street toward my house, and somehow I don't cry.
Our H-bombs made Gojira an anti-hero. Though it took him time to change sides, like a wrestler, and work for humanity's hides. Like when Rodin, not the sculptor, and he fought Monster Zero.
I'd like to think injustice made you lose it all. Yeah, right. Look at you. Dumb, confused, the dust and the rubble all around you, everywhere you go. An always innocent, puny white human in a torn dress shirt, still drunk from the power. Thank you.
Get the two of them together.